Welcome, this is Mark from Eat Travel Discover, and this week I'm staying in the Son Baulo Hotel in Son Baulo near C'an Picafort in Mallorca. You can see the hotel just in the centre of my screen there. It's just opposite a nice little plaza, and just moving to the centre of the screen again, you can just see the beach beyond, but we'll have a closer look at that in a moment. So we've got a nice, as I say, little plaza here. There's a few more hotels, nice restaurant just to my left there, a few public sculptures. And we've got some more shops and cafes just around the area here. Hotel just in view now with quite lively music at the moment. But let's go and have a look at the main subject, the Son Baulo Hotel. Doing a little bit of research, the hotel has been open since 1968. I would say there are a few parts of the hotel where that is perhaps a little bit more obvious, but there's certainly been some modernisation. These rooms you can see now, I believe they're described as the sort of city or town view. That's where I'm staying. It is the most budget of the rooms at the time I'm staying in October, mid-October. You may not believe it's mid-October from the weather. I've been quite lucky. Last week when we were almost going to book, there were quite bad storms and even some floods in some areas. But this week, this is my third day here. It's been amazing weather. It's actually around, I believe, around 26, 27 degrees at the moment. Really bright, as you can see. A few clouds, but nothing to stop the heat getting through. Just to show you here, there's once again a few shops here, and then more of a residential back to the street here. But as I say, I'll show you that view when I'm looking out to the hotel room, and you can see exactly what's going on with that view. I'll try and show some of the other views that are available as well. There's about 5 different views described, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. Just to show you very quickly, I've just realised there's a mini train station just outside the hotel. I have seen 2 of these go past in the last couple of minutes. So the timetable there, the prices are there, so that may be of interest. Not quite sure, I haven't looked into exactly where that goes, but I believe it's along the front. Some sort of audio tour available with it as well. But yeah, it looks like it's going along the front from Son Baulo through C'an Picafort, and possibly just back then. It doesn't go as far as Alcudia. You'd need a bus to go there. So, sorry, quick detour there. Let's have a look at the hotel then. So here's the main side of the hotel. And just coming down then, as you can see, this area is in shade at the moment. We've actually got the entrance and to the reception just here. As I say, though the hotel may have been around a few decades now, this bit certainly looks newer, looks like it's been modernised. Got a nice little waiting area, I would call it, perhaps for when you're waiting for your coach on the way home, or maybe waiting for a taxi or something. Here, there's a nice relaxing chair there, perhaps maybe a little bit more for the visuals. But the first of many artworks here in the hotel. They're very keen on their artwork. We've got a named artist here then for this sitting woman sculpture. I'll certainly try and show a few of the artworks as I'm going around, but there are so many, I may well do a separate video about that. Here we've got the information board with the entertainment for the week. It's a little bit tricky to see in the current lighting. but certainly there's options of soul singers, general music, a rock artist, a band. So a couple of different options there. There's some darts tournaments going on and a karaoke night as well. So just coming into the main sort of bar lounge area. Up the top there, we've got a enclosed area where there's books available. There is also a TV there, so that's the sort of TV relaxation area. The little games room down here. Haven't actually been down here yet myself. It's just myself and my wife, so we haven't really looked at this. Oh, a separate TV, a bit of a sort of theatre type space here. Wasn't aware that that was here. And we've got some arcade, like grabber type machines, along with 2 pool tables there. That sort of boxed in area is actually the sort of backstage for the musical or entertainment artists. So just go back up and have a little look at the bar area and part of the bar restaurant there. So there's the main bar. To be honest, I haven't actually walked up to the bar yet because it's table service. They're very efficient. So I haven't actually had to venture to the bar myself. Here's the main stage for the entertainment. And plenty of seating here to sort of watch the entertainment, etc. So this is more of the lounge bar area, and just beyond then you can see the restaurant area. I'll probably put some of these as separate stills in the video, but we've got the menu there for the drinks. Just as an example, house wine, €3.30. Rioja, you can upgrade a bit, $3.70. Bottle of house wine, $11.50. Just trying to go cocktails. Cocktails are starting at €7. Estrella beer, half $2.60, pint $3.70. So fairly reasonable prices, especially for a hotel in Mallorca. Certainly I've experienced cheaper in the Costa del Sol, but generally found on my 2 trips to Mallorca now it is a little bit more expensive than the Costa del Sol. Cheapest I've found so far just outside in that bar restaurant that I showed just opposite the hotel was $2.70 by comparison for a glass of wine, so a little bit cheaper. But as I say, it's only my 3rd day here, so possibly will find something a little bit cheaper. Just some bar food coming out here, baguettes. It's quite a nice beach bar next door, which is separate. They appear to have some sort of event, like a wedding on today. It is a little bit more expensive there. Red wine was €4 a glass there, so you pay in for the convenience of being on the beach. And look at that wonderful view just outside the hotel there. You're literally on the beach. The water is really close by. Amazing view. And as you leave the restaurant area here, then you start to come to the sunbed area. As you can see, there's a lot of greenery beyond the hotel. In actual fact, there is a nature reserve there. We've got terrace with sunbeds all the way around as far as you can see now. There is a swimming pool then round the corner. I will film that in a moment. And as you can see, there's another section of the hotel there. Obviously, these are the sea view rooms here. I believe there's at least two options for those, a standard sea view and a superior sea view. I've got to admit, I'm not quite sure what the difference is, apart from the fact that there are some on the corner there with a wraparound balcony, so that possibly is the superior one. And here's the entrance to the restaurant then. We're half board, so we're having breakfast and evening meal here. And I'll certainly show you some of the foods at another point in the video. They're just preparing between meals here, getting everything set up. As we're leaving the bar area here, you can see some more sort of public artwork. We've got a sculpture just in front of us here. Got the courtyard area here. At this point we see an example of the evening menu there. I may well post more of those as I photograph them per day, so they could well be later on in the video, but that's a brief example of what they've got. And as we can see, once again, plenty of photographs and what have you. Got some artistic mirrors, entertain the children here. And once again, some more artwork, sculpture here. We just got some toilet facilities here just next to an alternative entrance to the restaurant then. This area is stairs and a lift to an alternative section of the hotel then. And here I am in the courtyard of the Hotel Son Baulo. So these, obviously enough, will be the courtyard view rooms. I did see a price list for upgrades, so I'll try and add that in so that you can get an idea of how much the upgrades to different rooms are. I would imagine those top ones will have some view of the sea, but I'm not sure about the ones further down because of the building block behind me. Here we're just seeing the back of the reception. And this is the stairway and lifts to the section of the hotel I'm in. Once again, some very large artworks here. We've also got some mobility scooters and I believe it's an electric bike available there, along with a vending machine. Here we've got this nice lounge area just at the front of the hotel. Another named sculpture here. And the views of the beach just beyond there. We just have the reception, main reception just through there then. Got a few people checking in by the looks of it. We just got the TUI rep there. It's his little area there. Got some information on various trips, etc. We got the very compact lifts here, or the maximum of 4 people. A few signs there reminding you to be quiet, especially at night due to guests sleeping. Some information about the hotel there, and some environmental information about not bringing sand into the hotel and leaving it on the beach. So this is the corridor running up to my room. There are cleaners at work, working on some of the other rooms. Got the usual electric key cards entrance. And here's the main room. So it's a fairly standard Spanish setup here. You've got the wardrobe with mirror on the left here. I'll just go a wide angle just for a moment, just to fit a little bit more in. So usual what you'd expect. There is a safe hidden away there behind my clothes. As per usual, deposit or charge here for that. Got some hangers here and quite a bit of space there. Slightly unusually, the fridge is part of the wardrobe setup rather than being under the desk, which is often the way with these hotel rooms. Plenty of room there for water bottles. We have some tea and coffee making facilities, but there's no coffee or tea there. Perhaps need to look into that. I don't know whether you're meant to obtain some, whether it's been left out of my room, whether they're okay with you taking some from breakfast and bringing them up to your room, or whether in fact they're expecting you to pay for those. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, there is the kettle and there are the cups there. We've got the bathroom just to the right there. Got some graphics on the side here. Full-length mirror. Once again, a little bit of photographic artwork. Very nice TV, very modern control. It's got Netflix and various streaming services. It looks like maybe you'd have to stream from your phone possibly to use those, but if the TV is important to you, it's one of the better ones that I've come across in hotels of this price bracket. Just sweeping around here, we've got the bed with a piece of photographic artwork built into the headboard. It's all one unit. There's sockets either side, very useful. And there's also some switches then, so you don't have to get out of bed to switch off the lights. You've got control from the bed there. So bedside tables, drawer space there. Nice little comfortable chair there. To be honest, there is plenty of room in this bedroom, stroke living area, whatever you want to call it, bedroom. Nice feature is the bed is a full bed, not two beds bolted together, which is quite unusual. So it's a lovely, comfortable bed. It's also, I think it's probably a super king size. It's certainly bigger than the king size I've got at home. So yeah, that's the bed is top marks. As I say, we've got the desk there. Not the usual fridge underneath. That's elsewhere, as I've shown you. There's no chair there. But I mean, I've got to be honest, not many people coming here are going to be sort of doing work. I don't think it is a leisure hotel. So the fact you've not got a chair and desk, I don't think is going to be a problem for many people. So we've just got the balcony just outside here. Nice to see some dry-in facilities. Not all hotels in this price bracket have those. I haven't really used the balcony yet. To be honest, it's mostly in shade. So haven't made use of that. As I say, this is the most budget of the rooms with regard to the view. I've already shown you a little bit of the area outside. See, it's a sort of shop, supermarket, just across the road, slightly residential up there. And we've got a few hotels just in the background. Once again, a little bit of public artwork and mural there. You will see lots of these in the area. I will probably do a separate video about that, trying to pick up some of the public artwork. That is something that interests me. Let me just go back to standard wide lens and perhaps you can see some of those details a little better. There is the sort of main road into this area is going past the hotel. To be honest, it's been absolutely no bother at all. Heard the odd bus pulling up, dropping people off at the hotel, but honestly, it's absolutely fine. It's don't imagine it's a busy road, so I certainly wouldn't have any excuse me, complaints about that. So don't let that worry you. Okay, let's show you the bathroom. Sorry, just before I show you the bathroom, there is the air conditioning here. It's perhaps a little old, but it works very well. Seems to also have a heating setting, which I'd imagine they're going to be using more, perhaps from this time of year onwards. But we've come here now in mid-October. I brought clothes expecting a lot worse weather than we've actually got. It's very pleasant in the day. Quite happy with trousers and t-shirt in the evening then. So here we have the bathroom. I'd call it medium-sized for this class of hotel. We've got the hairdryer there, obviously the toilet here. Currently only got 2 toilet rolls. The first 2 days we actually had 3 for those who would be concerned about that. That's a tick from me, giving plenty there. The only bin in the room is in the bathroom. Coming round, we've got the sink with the towel rail just below. We've got the soap dispenser there. Not the most expensive or exclusive one I've seen in this class of hotel, but perfectly serviceable. We've got the mirror there. Quite a lot of space, excuse the mess, but certainly more space than the last hotel I was in, which I felt was a little bit lacking. We've got towel rail there, shower mat. A nice overhead shower, the handheld shower. We've got the sort of shower gel shampoo dispenser there, all in one. Some hotels in this price bracket would perhaps have a separate shower gel and body gel, but this is all in one. Not the strongest shower, if I'm honest, but perfectly serviceable, and a nice large shower as well, walk-in shower. So nice and roomy. All the basics and the essentials are there. Certainly no complaints about this room. So just to recap on the room, pretty much all the basics are here. I can't really think of anything missing from the room that I would deem essential. I'm totally happy with this. 2 of us are staying here for a week in mid-October, and it was just over £700. So somewhere in the region of £50 per person per night at this time of year. So I've been pretty impressed so far with this. I mean, it's not the best hotel I've stayed in, but for the time of year, the facilities, ticking all the basics, I'm happy with this. Just walking back towards the lift area, which is just there. We've got some recycling bins here. I'll take the stairs this time, just taking a little bit of the artwork that's in the hotel. There's a bustling little plaza or square just there. The stair areas are perhaps a little bit darker than it's showing up in the video, so I'll just take a little bit of care with those. And nice mural style artwork here. And we're down then to the ground floor. Just coming out to the hotel. Just going to show you a little bit of what's nearby as we approach down here to the beach. Fantastic view here. We've got the beach, we've got the water. We're essentially looking out towards Mallorca and potentially France and Italy in the distance there. But you can see the mountains of Mallorca just here. There's actually an event going on here, as I said, it appears maybe it's like a wedding or something in the beach bar next to the hotel. So I hope you can hear me. I'll just show you some of the sights now. Wow, look at that. You can't beat that. I'll try and keep the camera straight as I'm walking along a path here on the beach. Just jump down onto the sand a second because a few people here up on the walkway. And here we've got the first of many. Oh, I can actually see the bride there. It is a wedding. There's the bride and groom having their photos on the beach there. Excellent. And here's the first of many of statues that you'll see, public artwork, just along the coast here. I will put the name of or potentially put the name of the artist, sculptress on there, depending how quickly I get this video up on YouTube. But there's amazing views here. You're looking over there to Courtyard in the distance and beyond there. And then this is the start of the promenade then, which is going to take you up to C'an Picafort. You'll get to the edges of it in about 10-15 minutes. You're looking to sort of get through to the centre or the other side of C'an Picafort, maybe 20-25 minutes then. But it's a lovely little walk, especially in the weather as it is now. I actually walked there twice yesterday, once in the day and then once in the evening as well. Fantastic little walk. The first bit is a little bit residential, got lots of beachside properties, but then you start coming then with all the restaurants, cafes, etc. So a fantastic little walk if you're a fan of Costa del Sol or that type of promenade, which myself and my wife are. You really enjoy that walk then. Wow, look at that view. You can't beat that. Look at the different colours in the water. Amazing. So this is actually Courtyard Bay. As you can see, you've got mountains there just to the right, mountains there. So that this whole bay then is Courtyard Bay. And there's that bride and groom there and enjoying their wedding day just by the iconic sculptures right on the beach there. I wish them very well. And I think that's a nice way to bring this video to an end. So I'm very pleased with the Son Baulo Hotel. Really like the area, plenty for everyone, and I thoroughly recommend it. See you soon on Eat, Travel, Discover.